Hello, everyone, and we're back, and we're going to talk about Doctor Who Season 12, mainly the last three episodes
Yes. Well,
of the
I have a
season.
feeling since what happened, we're probably only going to talk about the last one, but we'll touch on the other two first.
Yeah, and probably, like, just briefly talk about, briefly with quotation marks, what we thought of the season as a whole, but...
Yeah.
All that, but outside of that, because Mike's last episode, you kind of do reference all the other episodes of the season, and so we're going to talk about the haunting of was it Valley
Villa Duodati?
I think so. I was like, how do you say this person's name? And it is a historical figure. Yeah. What's with Chibnall having one episode of a season where you can't announce the damn title?
Yeah. Diodati. Villa Diodati.
Yeah. What was the Conga Conundrum, whatever that episode was?
Like Saranga Conundrum, and then there's the Battle of... Oh, God.
Oh, no, there's two.
Ranskor Avkolos.
This is where I recommend people use a thesaurus or something. Anyway, or dictionary. Anyway, and then episode 9, the Salvation of the Cybermen, and then the Timeless Children for episode 10. And I will say this: I thought these 3 episodes as a whole slightly got better each one.
Agreed.
And yeah, because 8, I was like, this nothing is happening. This is, but I like the Cybermen just there to show up to have some type of threat, and then we go into episode 9, which is like, okay, now it feels like the bowl is rolling. Even though you're like, what's with all these flashbacks to the old guy and and all that, and then 10 comes along, and I'm like, oh,
I am so glad I watched these all back to back.
Yeah. I'm like, I would say one thing about it is everything was like the last episode was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But that twist, you're like, how do we? What, like, you start thinking like not just the episode or the season or the Doctor, just the whole thing as a whole.
Just before we get into it, how familiar are you with the classic series and the making of that?
Nothing. Like, I watched a couple episodes of.
Yeah. So you don't know what
like when the BBC
you don't know what the
put things on
Master Plan is? You don't
know.
Oh. Okay, once we get to it, I'm going to have to tell you. Okay, cool.
This is, thank goodness now we live now closely together, so you can pass me DVDs and all that kind
of that's stuff. True, because I do actually go in every episode that's available on DVD.
And probably Blu-ray of the available collections.
No, I do not collect those because I've got all the special features and all the episodes already, and I want to buy other stuff in my collection.
And again, it is BBC. Don't we put much special features on there? Anyway.
And plus, the special features that are on there are just reactions of people that weren't even included in those episodes because everyone. Yeah.
I just remember the special features like on like Day of the Doctor and all that kind of stuff, and it's like you just put the features that you put in online, and it's on DVD.
Yeah,
this is weird.
You've got to get the 50th anniversary box set to get all the good special features. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it. I just bought the special. All that kind of stuff. Give you the choice of 3D. All that kind of stuff. Let's talk about just briefly what you thought of the season as a whole.
Okay, the first 2 episodes, which was Spyfall.
How many times do you want to say Skyfall?
Yeah, Skyfall. Yeah.
Yeah. How often you wanted to say that title accidentally?
Oh, every single bloody time I've spoken about this episode, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. No, Adele's not coming and singing this song.
Yeah. Pre-order my tickets. Not yet. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Fuck you, virus.
Okay, I thought the 2 episodes were pretty weak with really good endings. That was my pretty much thoughts about that. Orphan 55, I actually quite liked.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, I've seen your reviews and stuff because I've been watching those.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Orphan 55, I liked. I thought it was a great... It felt like if a 7th Doctor era episode, like the Happiness Patrol or Paradise Towers, had the budget of this current Doctor. And probably the weakest one for me was probably the next one, which was the Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. That was probably the weakest.
I quite enjoyed that one.
I did, but this episode has been pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean,
it's probably the weakest episode of this lot. Still really strong, but not as good as every other episode.
Yeah, I would say the first half, like episode like if you go episode 1 to 5 and then 6 to 10, I would say probably the first half is better than the second half. Because
I don't know, Fugitive for Judoon is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't know what I thought. I thought Captain Jack would have a bigger role in the season, knowing that
I have a feeling he's going to be in the festive special.
Yeah, we don't. Do we know?
He was
do we know what that special is?
I bet it's not going to be Christmas because Chibnall apparently has his phobia of Christmas specials. Yeah, he is. Because John Barrowman was in Cardiff for 3 weeks. Yeah,
that's true. You don't shoot 3 weeks for
that little cameo.
That's a day. That's a days of work. That's all.
Yeah.
You show up for a day, do the scene, then go out.
Tom Baker shot his scene for Day of the Doctor in about 20 minutes.
Yeah. And I get it's John Barrowman. He's in the UK. He's a big thing, but still.
Well, he hasn't got Arrow anymore, so.
No, he doesn't. No. I mean, unless he has showed up on Legends again. Or...
No, he hasn't. At least not yet.
No, well, not yet. And he hasn't showed up on Flash or Supergirl or Batwoman yet. So,
I've dropped off of Batwoman. But anyway, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Yeah. I mean, my thoughts of the season is it's a better season than 11.
Some stuff actually happened, and I am sorry for you for not doing the reviews, but I just had nothing to say about Series 11.
Yeah.
It was just so...
There was nothing to talk about.
No. It was just so middle of the road.
It's like, minus the first 2 episodes, the rest of them are like, oh, that's good. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, this season, you're like, well, we can talk about the Master. We can talk about Leader Doom.
How do you feel about the Master? Like,
I don't know. Have you checked my review of the of Timeless Children yet? Well, because
I have. That's the one I haven't looked at yet. No.
Okay, you haven't looked at it yet. Okay, no. I kind of first I was like, when that first reveal came along, I'm like, how do you reveal the Master? Just make him or her a complete nutter, pretty much. And then when the Timeless Children came along, I'm like, okay, he's basically a evil Matt Smith Doctor, if you think about it.
Oh. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but my honest interpretation of
maybe because it's how he's dressed and he does his movement stuff a lot.
Yeah, his costume is definitely Series 7 Matt Smith.
Yeah.
But
who knew?
To me, he kind of felt like an amalgamation of Missy and John Sim. They're my two favorite versions of the Master. And yes, I've seen the 1996 TV movie, and that's still on the count.
yeah. I have seen that. I've seen a couple episodes of William Hartnell and
Speaking of which, I'm actually up to the final episode of William Hartnell because I've actually been going back this year, like I did last year with Batman. I did that year. I'm doing Doctor Who year this year.
Yeah, I've been. When the BBC was putting classic Doctor Who episodes on Twitch, I did kind of for a couple of days. Yeah, that and there was like one episode of like was it Patrick Troughton, Second Doctor?
Yes, Troughton's the Second Doctor. Yes.
Yeah. Like when they're in Australia and all that, because it was interesting to go through the list and be like, well, clearly it ain't that episode because that one, it clearly that ain't that one because that hasn't existed yet or hasn't come out yet, or found, let's say at least, or animated. Yeah,
the faceless ones.
The faceless ones. I will say about the faceless ones. I was like, okay, this kind of does look very Simon-y. Like, are we doing the art?
That's getting an animated reconstruction, and it's gonna get released on the day that No Time to Die was supposed to come out. Shh.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
For what? No Time to Die? To get pushed?
No, for the faceless ones.
Yeah. I mean, the faceless ones, they just look very Simon-y to the point I was like, are we doing Doomsday Army of Ghosts thing again? And all that. Are we going to have, Stephen Hawking talking to a talking clock?
See, I didn't bother about watching the Twitch stream, mainly because of the fact that I've got all the episodes.
Yeah. And that. But yeah, I mean, we got the Master, we got the Doom, we got the Cybermen. We'll probably get the Daleks. It
does kind of baffle me that Chibnall specifically said that he wasn't going to bring back anything. It was going to be a fresh start.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. If you let's forget this show was. The title's called Season 11 or Season 12. If we acted like it's Season 1 and Season 2, it's I mean, the first season...
It's night and day, really.
Yeah, first season, it's like, okay, if you've never seen Doctor Who, we'll just, baby steps you. And,
there's a couple of references in there, like to Venetian Aikido and stuff like that, but there's nothing too major. But this is so lore-heavy.
And then 12, it's like... Master, Simon, Captain Jack, Daleks and the specials,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, wow, generations and all that kind of stuff. You're like, wow.
Yeah. bit of a jump.
Bit of a jump. Rusty Davis kind of eased people into the whole thing per season.
Yeah, and it happened naturally.
Naturally. It's like, this episode, you find out about the TARDIS. Then you find out where he's from. Then you find out about the Time War. And then you get a repeat each season, but still you get a week out.
It ended with a regeneration, which was the perfect way to end that first series to really get people on board.
Yeah. With new teeth. That's weird. Anyway. But anyway. Let's talk about the twist.
Of which episode?
Of 10.
Okay. Yep.
What you, as the Doctor Who fan who's been watching the show since since forever,
probably
3.
I've worked it out to either 6 or 7.
6 or 7. So this is before 2005. So
yes, this was. I got into it in the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, so it wasn't it wasn't like, oh, I'm watching this new show called Doctor Who, and like, oh, there's this other stuff, and you start going backwards. Yeah.
No, yeah, I started with the Fourth Doctor's first episode. That was my introduction to it.
Yeah, the giant robot.
Yeah, K1 robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that because of the Yo-Yo book. Of Tom Baker reading the book. Anyway, yeah. What you thought of the whole idea? The Doctor is technically not Gallifreyan.
Well,
and her being the origin of a generation, all that.
This has roots in the classic series.
Mm-hmm.
There was a writer named Andrew Cartmel.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to do something a bit different with the Doctor going into this. This was in the Seventh Doctor's era. It was called the Cartmel Master Plan.
Sorry, was it a story that they were going to do, then it got cancelled?
They started to plant the seeds during season 25 and 26. It never got to the full fruition. But basically, you know the two founders of Gallifreyan Society, Rassilon and Omega? Yeah. There was another figure named the Other.
Yeah.
And he and that person was going to end up to be the Doctor in a previous life.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm feeling this is taking huge inspiration from. And unlike many people, I actually really, really loved that idea of actually having like the Doctor actually be important, but it doesn't really shift things too much because it was a previous life. And this, with his memory getting erased, it worked out so well. I really, really loved it. And I am so excited about moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just me on the upwards. I have talked to a few people who have seen the episode, and I was quite curious how they thought of it. It's the bit of like the show's called Doctor Who, and the more that we know about the Doctor, the less the title.
That was the criticism about the Cartmel Master Plan as well, and so like I mean that has always been part of it.
Yeah, because when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is just Chibnall trying to be like, okay, this is my stamp, this is what I did during my run, and then that kind of, and then so saying, oh, the Master, the Doctor's the first generated Time Lord, but also you in my head, I was like, so. How is the numbering working now?
Okay.
Because technically, William Hartnell was not the first Doctor.
No, but he does count himself as the first Doctor because the Time Lords made him go back into a child, and they basically took away all his memory, so he doesn't actually have any memory of his previous life as the Other, or the Timeless Child, so the Doctor actually does start at 1. He wasn't called the Doctor until that point.
Funny enough, I did for the guy that we were following in like the Ascension of the Cyberman.
Yeah.
I thought that was Captain Jack just because how he woke up.
No, that is fair.
Yeah, how he's like, when he wakes up, how does Captain Jack, when he dies, come back? He does a massive gulp. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, that didn't even occur to me because I know he doesn't shapeshift or anything like that. But I can see why people are actually coming to that conclusion.
Yeah, but then I'm like, wait, that doesn't make sense because that he became immortal because of woes and all that kind of stuff. So,
Have you seen anything online about this episode?
No.
People are theorizing that. What's his name? Tak-Tuan, the Doctor's adopted mother.
Oh,
she turns out to be Rassilon, and the other person that's in that room is Omega. Yeah. That's what people are thinking, and honestly, I love that idea.
I mean, I think the idea is like here's this mic drop of a twist, and then you probably have to wait another 2 years to get the. Hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't take 2 years, but
we're not getting the special until what? Christmas?
Well, that's probably the time frame. Christmas.
Yeah.
Because they know it's 2020, but they're probably just. I wouldn't be sure they haven't filmed it yet.
They have.
Oh, they have. Okay, so
it was filmed at the same time as this, but they're keeping it back.
Yeah. I mean, I think we know the title. But outside of that, we know nothing. Except the Doctor's in prison somehow.
I'll talk about that little part when we get to it.
Yeah, because that's when we hit speculation time. Um, um, the Cyberman, I won't lie, it's a bit off seeing the Cyberman having a half-human face.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just like, oh, half of the Cyberman's face is blasted off. I thought it'd just be like a talking brain or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The kind of way that they did it, it seems to change from person to person.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
I always thought it was just like a human brain taken out and put into the suit.
yeah.
Especially with like the Cybermen. Like originally they were humans that kind of changed everything about them.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that because of the series 10 finale.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was how the Mondasian Cybermen became Cybermen. They just replaced all their body parts. Then what was it? And then, yeah, it just seems to change from person to person. But obviously, this is just basically just a dead body put into a suit.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
have the Cyberman's ideals, and then
which I suppose is also the Moffat thing because you see the skeleton inside the suit in Dark Water.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm so like my thoughts are, oh, this is what Assignment's meant to be. It's like back in like season like basically the Davis one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, well,
the Cybermen are a little different than what they typically are.
Yeah, you're like, well, this is the groundwork that has been set. It has kind of been changed, but I think it's the whole thing of like, if you treat each show one as its own separate thing, it's like treat season 12 as season 2. It's kind of
that's fair.
Yeah, and just get like, if you know about the other seasons, it's you know it's like a little bit more background to it. Trying to think what I was surprised that no one of the companions got like one of the companions didn't make it. I was surprised like everyone lives kind of opinions.
Yeah,
because
I was shocked too.
Because I was expecting like you giving us a big giant like a Shendo type thing.
Yeah,
and and
I was a little surprised about that as well. Yeah,
I thought like if anyone's going to go, probably it would be Graham, because like cut the if you treat it as a family, like here you got the mom and the dad and the two kids.
Yeah,
take one of the parents out. You can't kill your title character off yet, and until number 14 or 16 or whatever the numbers. You can't. So it's like, well, logically you kill, and also the chase and all that. So
yeah.
So I was surprised. Very surprised, but I was
definitely surprised by that. Yeah, I mean, because I've seen this episode, I think 5 times now.
5 times.
I think so.
So you have watched this episode for 5 hours, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Because I saw it the one time because I watched it in the morning before I went to TAFE.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, it's an hour and 6 minutes? Okay. We're not late. And I wasn't, just needing a lot of coffee at that outside of that. Because I had to like wake up at 5:30 to make the 6:30 thing. Watch it on the dot. Anyway, I will say this: how things are going, I feel like season 13 might be the last season of Chibnall and Whittaker.
I don't know.
Because it's just...
I think it's probably going to be Whittaker's last season.
Yeah, like it feels
But
like one of them is
quite
one of
honestly,
them's going
even
to
though-
destroy the season. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
I just kind of feel that maybe Joe Martin's going to take over for her.
Joe Ma. Sorry, I'm just going to
Joe-
go. Joe. Oh, is that Joe Martin's the
The Ruth.
Yeah, Wolf.
Yeah,
That was something they didn't explain much. It's like here's
Yeah.
this other doctor. Could it be
yeah.
another doctor
I have a
from
feeling
that
that
other life?
because she's keeping it so like held back, I don't think she's pre-Hartnell. I think she's post Whitaker.
But she doesn't remember.
No, she
Yeah,
doesn't remember what.
She doesn't remember getting turned into Whitaker.
It's definitely possible that we've already introduced now mind wipes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the only one that just doesn't make any sense. Because A, she's got a TARDIS.
Yeah.
So but then again, it looks like a Troughton, Hartnell TARDIS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she's got a police box. It looks like the '60s police box. So it's either post Whitaker.
What if what if it's between the two?
It could be.
Like
No.
between
most
post it's a tween post Hartnell, but it's before like after the wipe. Like it might not be the first time they wipe his mind or her mind.
Well, the only way that people have kind of caught onto this theory online that it could be between Troughton and Pertwee.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's this whole thing about Series 6, Season 6B. You've probably seen the Mr. TARDIS video.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What if she's the Pierre Cushing doctor? Like you what if they start diving into multiple universes stuff?
Have you seen those movies?
No, I just know they exist because Moffat keeps enjoying his one, keep mentioning it.
His name in that is Doctor Who.
That's his actual name.
Yes.
Hi, Doctor Who.
He goes by the Yup. Every
Hey, Doctor Who.
person that comes into Tom and it's not called the TARDIS either. He simply calls it TARDIS.
You just cut the out of it.
Yup, and it sounds super weird. I know. I watched these movies very recently.
How is it? It's like you just drop the and it sounds weird.
It does, doesn't it? He says, "Oh, look at this! It's TARDIS." That's his line.
It's TARDIS. I get it. The Doctor treats the TARDIS like his actual thing, like an actual person.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I would love
like
him because I think that he would actually be a really, really good Doctor.
Yeah.
But in the context of that movie,
Yeah.
he makes no sense.
No sense.
No.
Yeah. That or there was that other thing. There was like an animated show before the show came back.
Scream of the Shalka. Yes, I've already got that DVD as well. Yeah.
I remember. I think I was like, oh, wait, there's Doctor Who animated stuff. So I started watching it.
I watched that back when it first came out in 2003.
Yeah, funny enough, David Tennant, isn't it?
Yes, technically, it was also in Big Finish before that.
Yeah, so it's one of those like, Link stuff. Like the guy playing the Master directed Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he played the first director was Adventures in Time and Space. So
yes, he did. He did play that guy.
That guy. So it's one of those like links and all that kind of stuff.
Overall, I quite enjoyed every episode of this season.
Yeah, I think the only episodes I didn't enjoy, I'm looking at the playlist now, Can You Hear Me? which is the like.
I thought the episode was all right.
The gods and all that. Yeah.
But I guess
the haunting of the maybe you right.
Diodati.
Yeah, what was the second title? And I thought part 1 of Spyfall. Part 1 was like alright.
Yeah, that's fair.
Part 2 was the better half.
I'd say that, yeah.
Yeah, and 5 I thought was okay because I was like, you try and try and put too many things at once, and you're like, you got this a Dune storyline. You have stuff doing with Captain Jack doing the whole warning of the future. Which I would assume this because right now you're like, what's the point getting Jack back? Is that, hey guys, someone from 10 years ago from another show on a character is back.
Yeah.
Which, how long has it been? 10 years
since he was last in it.
Yeah, is it like even if you count like Miracle Day or stuff?
Miracle Day was 2012.
12, so it's been 8 years. Okay, yeah. I was just out of curiosity.
2011, 2012. I can't actually remember. I remember that's the only series of Torchwood I don't actually like.
Yeah, I saw Children of Earth like a couple of years ago. I was like, this is really good. I think it was the worst.
Oh, it's perfect. It is how they should make Torchwood.
Miracle Day.
It was 2011.
2011. Oh, yeah. So
it was one of those two.
Yeah. Well, if I'm just going to do the whole last episode thing. Still 2011. So it's been 8 years. I was like, okay, good. I was just out of curiosity.
No, 9 years.
9? Oh yeah, 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years. 9 years. So it's like, because out of curiosity, I think out of all the opinions from like all the other seasons, I think Jack is always the one you always curious about the reactions of.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And God, it was just so telling in that episode that he blew the companions out of the water.
Yeah, it's like
he was so charismatic and so good that everyone else just kind of seemed like just plain bread in comparison. Yeah,
it's like, it's like, hey guys, remember when the show was this? I was like, yes, we do, and we like when the show was that. Not this. Well, I think it's like do a straightforward drama.
It's improving.
It's improving. It's like, hey, we tried our first season, things didn't work. Let's just find out how to improve it. Now we're on its way.
Borrowed elements from the other eras of the show.
Yeah, good. You're focusing on things that outside the blue box in your main character's neck. The main character, you having elements of the show. That's fair. That's lovely. Good. Anyway. Oh, and the Fez. Remember season 11? That was the Fez wink.
Yeah, it kind of annoyed me because the 11th Doctor never had a tassel. That's one pet peeve I always had.
Yeah, I was like, that's just. And also, it's like, get that Fez off. That. You don't no longer wear that. That one doesn't suit you anymore.
No.
Yeah, I'll be like, the Fez is so your 11th generation.
So 2010.
So 2010, and 11, and 12, and 13, and 14.
And 13, yeah.
Oh, no, 13. Yeah,
13, because the last time he wore it was in Day of the Doctor.
Day of the Doctor. Well, all three of them wore it. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, all three of them. Yeah. I was like, I know they had 10 wearing the Fez. But I'm trying to think if they put John Hurt into it. Yep, they did. And when
So then Gallifrey gets destroyed again.
Yeah. So
For the
technically,
first time.
we're back to the last of the Time Lords.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, why do we keep blowing up Gallifrey and
I don't know.
What can we like? Oh, he's a planet. It's like,
I guess the Doctor doesn't have the guilt anymore because he didn't technically do it. So
do it. Yeah, yeah. You know that you didn't do it now,
yeah,
and in my head, I'm like, well, why can't we just have a episode? Well, we kind of did have an episode of Gallifrey with was it Hell's Bent, which was that was boring as shit.
I think I'm on the opposite end of that spectrum. I liked it. It wasn't perfect.
That was like,
but I liked seeing Gallifrey again.
Yeah. I like seeing Gallifrey.
Yeah.
I like there being better episodes. Yeah. But I'm like, let's have an episode where, hey, like, I don't know, let's have, some story where, like, hey, Gallifrey's good, it's fine, everybody has moved on with the Doctor stole a spaceship.
Speaking of the actual blowing up thing, I thought it was a real contrivance that they did it, but I understood the Master's reason for doing it, considering how he would never want the Doctor to be any part of him at all.
No.
He was like, nah, I'm not having this. Dead.
Yeah, I'm just... Yeah. I'm like... I think I'm just still at the point, like, can we just move on with the whole time, last of the Time Lord, let's blow Gallifrey up. Unless it's budget reasons but
look at the show. They don't have budget restrictions as much as what they used to.
Yeah. In my head, I'm just like, you just use the same footage over and over and over every time you show Gallifrey of its outside thing.
That's what they always used to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
we use footage. Simple. Yeah. Unless you had to pay your own footage, which is weird. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the ending?
Oh, the ending, the cliffhanger ending.
Yes.
Which I was like, oh, well, a cliffhanger ending leading to a special. Well, this is giving me throwbacks, and
the Doctor also says what?
What?
3 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Next thing, Donna was going to show up, and all.
Yeah.
The Titanic was going to crash into the.
It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I have a sneaky suspicion that place where the Doctor ends up is also a reference to the classic series.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Sharda. Which is the Time Lord prison.
Time Lord prison.
Yeah, where the Time Lords send all the criminals of Gallifrey there.
I was I'm just playing Doctor Who season 12, and they actually gave me the wrong season 12.
The proper season 12, because this is a series.
Yeah. Okay, I should just write Doctor Who season, 38 this time?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, technically. I'm thinking it was like the June has shown up in the TARDIS, put her in a prison, and you're like, what for?
Think about this. Yeah. The last time that we saw them, the Judoon were working for the Time Lords.
Right.
Okay. I think this is a continuation of Fugitive of the Judoon.
Why? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, knowing the episode is called Revolution of the Daleks.
Yes.
I have a feeling it might be a Prison Wire episode.
Yes, that's exactly where I was about to head. Yes.
It's like, the whole thing of like, it's the Daleks.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one person. The Judoon isn't going to listen to the Doctor. No.
Who's another rogue technical time traveler who has been in the show since the 2005 revival?
Who?
Captain Jack Harkness.
Captain Jack shows it. Yeah.
I'm more than certain that this is when he's going to show up.
Yeah, and also the ship that he was flying kind of
Oh, it was
look,
definitely TARDIS.
yeah, Tyler C did kind of look like the shape of it kind of did look like
Yeah,
the ship that he was flying. So somehow Jack is
yeah. I have a feeling that the nano
yeah.
genes probably
I'm
popped
just
them over
I'm
to
just
the
saying
prison.
I'm just thinking it's going to be the whole thing of like the Goon doesn't trust the Doctor, and
No, no,
that
no. I have a feeling that the Jadoon actually were still working for the Time Lords at this point, and
uh
that the Time Lords put the Doctor in the prison for escaping in the first place.
yeah
Yeah, I could
yeah
be completely wrong, but that's exactly where my head
yeah
went as soon as
yeah
I saw
yeah
this.
yeah. I just trying to think like because it's a prison episode and somehow the Daleks are going to be big part of
Yeah,
it. In my head,
yeah,
I'm trying to
because
think how could you put all those things in and doesn't feel so forced into tribe and like prison riot. The
yeah,
Daleks invade the
yeah.
prison pretty much.
Well, that's what happened in Shada, technically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, in a
Plus,
way,
the actual room, like the actual cell that the Doctor was in, looks
yeah,
like a much more rundown version of the prison cell in Shada we saw back in '79.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, the thing about it, you can kind of loosely remake the old episodes and kind of modernize it.
speaking of that,
Yeah.
at one point the Master calls the Cybermen Cybes.
I
If
I also I also love how he just mocked the Cybermen about like, oh, you just want
becoming
people
fully robot.
full robots. Oh, that's
Yeah.
really original.
Yeah.
Next episode, we're gonna have the same people who just want to kill everyone who
Uh-huh.
isn't a robot.
Yeah.
like,
The what's it called? Yeah, the what was I saying before?
so, but
The Cybermen, yes, because the Master calls them Cybes.
Cybes.
If the 1996 TV movie did go to the series,
Mm-hmm.
that's what they were going to be called in that series, is Cybes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I was like, that's neat. Plus, with all the whole like the Doctor breaking out of the Matrix in this episode.
Yeah.
We actually got a glimpse of Eric Roberts' Master for the first time in this show.
Oh yeah, because the whole
Yeah.
footage thing.
I paused it and stuff, and I went through everything.
Is it one of those things where like it's the first time they ever mention the movie?
Well, not the first time, because
Minus the short the short during the 50th.
it is one of the first times. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, could they reference the whole doctor? The doctor's half human.
There was supposed to be a reference to it in the End of Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking season 13. Could we, dive into that world? Like,
I have a feeling that we're probably gonna get like the Celestial Toy Maker and characters like that coming back.
Like, it could be one of those things like, hey, here's some ideas that were going to be coming out but never happened, so we'll try to put it like, hey, at least it's not like the Doctor and the Master are, long lost brothers or something.
No. Well, that was going to be a thing.
No, it's just that was a thing and just got referenced, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
That's a wink, wink if you knew it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Trying to think. What else? I mean, here's the thing. It's a better season.
It is.
It is. Which is good.
It is definitely better. However, I'm just going to say it now. In my opinion, it is not as good as Series 5 was.
No.
Series 5 is like...
I mean, let's be honest. The first 5 years, like 6 years, that was in the heyday. That was like...
Yeah, I know.
1 to 5.
Yeah. But it's a huge step in the right direction. I don't really understand why people are getting so pissy about it.
Here's the thing. The moment you have a... Like, example, the show, like Orphan 55...
Yeah.
is dealing with global warming.
But the Doctor Who has always been political.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's like I'm thinking, like, but like it's one of those things.
They
like
had
just
an
briefly
episode
say
back
it.
in the.
Just
They
briefly
had
say
an
it,
episode
and then
like back in the 80s. I think it was the Happiness Patrol or Paradise Towers. It was one of those two. I always get those two mixed up. Where they literally had a character who was a comedic take on the then Prime Minister of the UK, Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah,
It's always been political.
Political, or just reflecting reality, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't understand why people
yeah,
take it.
I'm trying to think even like what happened if a episode from I think like an episode like The Doctor's Daughter or something.
Yeah.
Where happened now.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're talking about Source, which is basically about the environment and all that kind of stuff. Like,
it would definitely be called Heavy Handed.
Handed. I'm like no, probably outside that speech at the end, they don't really, and that was a good speech.
The Doctor's always had speeches, though. I don't really know why people are calling it. No.
I'm sorry. I'm talking about. I mean, first thing first, for her. I think this is her first big Doctor speech. That global warming speech.
She had. I think she had one in The Woman Who Fell to Earth.
Oh yeah, she did. Like yeah. So this is her second speech.
Yeah.
Which is.
It was a pretty damn good speech. It was
It was a good one. Yeah, a good one.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Also, I like the acting. I like how Whittaker basically just says like, "Oh, what do you want to know?" Yeah, when they all ask her, like, yeah, and she's like, "Look, I'm about 1,000 years. Yeah, 1,000 years old. It's just like right now I'm not in the mood for like you guys asking all the questions like here."
Definitely.
Yeah. Because I just found out my planet is dead again.
Yep.
And
the founder.
But yeah, I think like this show. I mean, let's be honest. There's going to go out
apart from you. That it's basically. It seems to me like it's mainly New Who fans that are getting pissy.
Like. It's like the moment, like when I'm trying to just think, like was there any backlash when like Missy came along?
I was more annoyed that it wasn't just that it was like the obvious way to go with it. I wasn't really annoyed with Missy as a character. I was more annoyed at the fact that
oh my god, to make the master a woman.
Oh, it wasn't even so much that. I was just like, it could have been the Rani. You've got a character like this.
I'm just trying to think, talking about the fans. I'm thinking like there wasn't that big of a backlash when Missy came along.
No, there wasn't. Everyone kind of expected it because of her name was Missy, and they were all like, Missy, Master. Yeah,
what's the female version of a master? It's mistress, so it has to be Missy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. All the backlash stuff did kind of started when Whittaker got announced.
No. You don't remember 2010.
What was 2010? What was everybody?
No, 2009. Matt Smith first got announced.
Oh my god, he's too young.
Yeah. And then
apparently comes along and he's too old.
Oh my god, he's too old. Yeah.
I'm like, last I check, every person on the planet is going to be too dead to reach the Doctor's age. So. Yeah, because it's like 900.
And then I liked Capaldi's comeback for it. I was just like, if anything, he looks his age for once.
Yeah, I'm like, but also I'm like, it's the Doctor's like a 900-year-old alien who's able to
2,000 years old now. He should not look anything like Whittaker.
Yeah. You're just I'm like, yeah. And just, but the backlash really did heavy-handed when Chibnall came along.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I was one of those people, but it was mainly because of the fact that the Doctor was my favorite character as a kid, and I didn't really want to see that character get ruined.
Yeah, but
now I'm just going to say it. that now, actually, no, it was basically as soon as I saw like leaked clips that happened prior to Woman Who Fell to Earth actually happening, I was like, she's got the Doctor down.
Yeah.
She's good at this. And then I started to get on board with it. As soon as I saw her as the Doctor, I was like, okay, I get her performance now. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just like you. Yes, the backlash mainly happened when they announced, "Oh my God, the new Doctor's a woman." Then, oh my God,
speaking of which, that place that the Doctor and the Master were at on top of that hill.
Yeah, is it the same hill?
Yeah, that was the hill that like the key was on during that. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think the key, like when
it kind of flickered in and out on that little mountain, that little like pedestal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the same mountain.
Yeah. Well, when you said mountain, I thought it was like the same mountain from like the Last of the Time Lords or something.
No. I'm talking about from like Whittaker's reveal.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the same location as when the key flickered in and out on top of that big monument thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cool, really.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's interesting when like people, what do they have complaints about? And
I know. Well, that's the thing. Like my height of like being really, really against the Doctor being cast was Matt Smith. I wasn't entirely.
You were.
No.
You were.
But then I had time to think about it over the next year, and I was like, and then I started to watch like Ruby and the Smoke and all that, and I was like, he can do it. And that's kind of when my perspective changed on the Doctor and stuff. I was just like, okay, I'm going to give him a chance.
I mean, basically, the Doctor is a character that you can't really have a opinion over. Like when they cast, like this is who they got, because you don't.
I mean, I love the idea of Capaldi because I saw the thick of it like 3 years prior.
Imagine if Dr. Malcolm, he was basically just playing that version of the.
I mean, Series 8 was kind of that.
No, I just mean like all the cursing,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I'm not going to do it. I can't do a Star Wars accent. Watch my Tooth and Claw review. I sound like Mario when I try to do a Star Wars accent. Because I was set in Scotland, every time does this Star Wars accent. Oh, just try to do a Star Wars accent. No, it does not work. I was like even trying to quote his dialogue. You're saying I'm like, I sound Irish all of a sudden. Where's the ball go? Pretty much. But anyway, yeah. I try to think. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's hopefully we don't have to wait another year. 2 years.
No, I really.
They do say it takes 9 months to film.
Yeah.
Which hopefully
we could have the special tomorrow.
Yeah, we could.
That was really annoying me.
What?
That we could have it tomorrow.
What? Like they have? Yeah, because right now we got no release date.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying that, like, you know, that they could just release it as part of the actual season.
I mean, they kind of did it with was it Revolution?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, I think it might be a New Year's Day, not a New Year's Eve special.
Could be.
Because it's, Revolution of the Dalek. It's the same bloody title. Except, there's a common word, so it could be New Year's Day. Eve.
Sure.
It may lead to. But here's the thing, that was something like, when is the new season? Day 1 of the year. And it was like, oh, really? Yeah, that was nice. I was like, thank you. They weren't kidding with it. It would say early 2020. It's like,
yeah, I know.
As early as we can.
Yep. The only way it could have been earlier is if it was actually at midnight.
Midnight. It'll be like, are you going to bed? No, I'm not. I need to watch this, I need to cover it, I need to view it, I need to please all these 100 and I think at the same at the time. 107 people. 7 people. When I'm actually, funny thing, I always do the whole thing of like comedically say, who do I want to piss off most? One person or 170 people?
Yeah.
But like, and then people are like, yeah, 117 faceless people. So we don't really care. But yeah, we cover mostly of the main stuff. Even we mentioned the other episodes briefly and all the main bits and pieces and bolts. I don't know what is going to be our next video thing, but
I don't know either. I mean,
but
I would have said.
I mean, we could have done a spoiler such as No Time to Die, but we can't.
I was just literally about to say that.
I mean,
I'll actually be popping up on YouTube soon, actually, because right now I'm actually writing my 13 part Series 5 retrospective.
Yeah,
That's going to be coming out in April. Yeah. So yeah, and then after that, I'm going to be doing a Daniel Craig retrospective on all of his movies and games.
Yeah, actually, I kind of do want to do like a walkthrough or play, like the Daniel Craig games. Mainly,
we could do it as like a joint thing on our channels.
Yeah, but mainly, I think GoldenEye, Bloodstone. That was it. Trying to think.
Quantum of Solace?
Oh yeah, Quantum of Solace. It was the tie-in game.
007 Legends.
I actually own that. I used to own that.
That's the only one I don't have, and I'm going to be buying it for like $15 on eBay in probably about a day.
Yeah. That's probably a good gap because I'm thinking like after May, after all the DC shows are all.
Yeah.
There's always that sense of like, okay, I got that movie of the week, or if I do have that movie of the week, but it's like, what do I do? What do I do now?
We could do a Daniel Craig retrospective.
Retrospective and
yeah.
Like I do want to rewatch Spectre or like review Spectre.
Oh, definitely.
Just because that of you didn't.
Yeah. Well, what I'm planning on doing, and this you can cut this part out if you want.
Can't do one. Didn't do well.
We could probably do like Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. Maybe the video game after that of Quantum of Solace.
Yeah. Well.
And then Skyfall.
I mean, well, we could just
then 007 Legends, then Spectre.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.